Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Today we're doing video 10 in our Shabby Spring series, and we're using the Shabby Spring junk journal kit from Vectoria Designs. Now this video is probably, I don't know how long it's going to be actually. I'm going to try to stay with our 30-minute limit. To try to keep it easier for you guys, and as an experiment on using shorter videos and possibly more tutorial videos instead of longer videos and less tutorial videos. So I did a poll at my Facebook group, and that's at facebook.com/groups/Sweet Pea Papers, and the links below the video, and also at the end of the video. Now, the poll was kind of inconclusive. There were a couple of people that said the longer videos with less. There were some people, the second place option was the shorter videos with more in the series, but the runaway 40, I think, something responses were it didn't matter. Either one was fine. So I'm going to try and experiment, like I said, with this one or this series, and then we will see what happens. So today's video, we're going to go through and we're going to add lace where we think it should go, and we're also going to add tuck spots and maybe a pocket with our scraps. And then also we have one kit pocket that came with it. We've used one, which was here, and then we've got one more. There may be two more, and I still haven't gotten through all of the ephemera, cutting it out. So we'll do the ephemera in another video and then put the covers on. I'm waiting on the ribbon to tie it shut. I ordered some white. I was going to use cream, but then all the lace is white, and so even though the book is predominantly cream colored and manila folder colored, the lace throughout the whole book, the pre-printed lace, is white. So now we're also going to put a Velcro dot on here. I noticed that I forgot to do a magnet, and when you go to swing it open, this swings, and I don't like that. I have some clear Velcro dots, and I can call them Velcro dots because they are the Velcro brand. I don't have to call them a hook and loop, but you could. That's the same thing, only not Velcro brand. Here's our lace. We've got 3 different sizes. We're not going to use this larger size today. This is what we're going to do our spine with, and we won't be putting that on until we put the covers on. So we'll probably do one more short video, or I'm going to pause you and then come back and we'll do the covers and the lace cover. Okay, it just depends on how long it takes us to do this. You're going to need your distress ink because once you make your pocket, you're going to have to ink it. All right, so let's get going. So I think on this little flap right here, I think we could use some lace across the top, not down the side, or maybe down the side. I don't know. I don't want to cover up the little butterfly, but I do want to have some lace on here. I think we're just going to go with the top. We'll just go with the little bit bigger of the two. I don't know. It's kind of a sweet little flap. Let's go with the shorter one with the kind of fringier thing. We're going to put the Velcro dot on after we do the lace because we want to see where everything's going to be. So I'm going to take my pin out. Now this one has holes in the center, so your glue's going to show. And I will show you a tip on blotting up the glue that's in the holes so you don't see the shiny from that. Because we're not going to do pearls because this is just shabby, not shabby chic. Okay? So we're going to cut our piece for our glue. Now you're going to be able to see the edge through this, and there's no way around it on this particular little flip. Okay, so let's let's cut our piece. hope my TV's down low enough in the background. I forgot to double check. Watching a documentary on women artists, musical artists that died too young. So that would be like Amy Winehouse and Aaliyah and Selena and a couple more. The young lady from TLC, and I can't remember her name. Anyway, it's a very interesting documentary, and I would recommend you guys watch it. It's on Tubi, so it's free. You know what I mean? It's not on Netflix or something like that. So thank you, Cassie, for the dangle. I laugh every time I say that, even though I'm serious, and I really appreciate her making it for me because I've started saying it in every video, so I think that's kind of funny. I'm trying to drive her nuts. Now you want to be careful because this is a flap. You don't want to get any glue anywhere but just right across the top. We're going to go straight across, but not down these double edges where everything's glued on. Yeah, we're not going to go to the edge. We're just going to go on the paper itself. We're just going to make a bead of glue all the way across in a straight line, or as straight as you're able to do. And then we'll put the piece of lace on. Line it up across the top. Smush it out with your finger. I may not have put enough on, but it looks like I have. Take a dry wet wipe, and to obviously make one of these, you just take a clean wet wipe and you lay it out and let it dry, and it's great for blotting up glue, glue seepage, things like that. So we're just going to blot across here, and it helps push it down into the glue, but it also removes a lot of the glue from the holes, and you don't get as much shiny. Normally you would have to take this glue and put some sort of pearls or something, liquid pearls in each of these little holes, but in using this method you don't have to. Let me show you this lace again. You can see where the holes are across the top. Okay, I'm going to try to use this glue or this lace mostly through this book because I really like it, and it's got that little this little delicate these little threads at the bottom, and I really like it. Let me trim this right here. There's just a little bit extra. Okay, there we go. I like these little snips from Fiskars. Or Fiskars. Some people say it that way. So let's flip this over. Let's do the same thing on this side. Waiting for our glue to get down in the nozzle there. Go across with a bead of glue just on the paper. I forgot to cut the size. So we'll just lay it across and then we'll trim it. It's not the end of the world. Line it up with the top. Of the line that goes across. Kind of smush it out so it stays glued. Now this one looks like the glue didn't really go through the center as much, so that's good. I think I can use my scissors on this one. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got the lace across there. Now I'm wondering if we shouldn't put lace along this pocket, because I'd like to put some lace on every page. So this time we're going to cut it ahead of time, and since the text goes this way, we're going to put the lace that way and have it kind of stick out over the edge a little bit. So let's take our card out and move it out of the way just in case. Let's cut our length. Looks like we're going to be a smidge long, but I don't want to cut it and make it too short, so we'll have to use the snips maybe to trim it. So let's go along this pocket. Oh, and like I said, the text faces this way. This looks upside down to me when it's facing this way. I normally would face it the other way, but because of where the pocket has to go, we have to face it the other way. So let's run a bead of glue and take our piece of lace, put it on. This time we're going to make sure that it kind of hangs out over a little bit. So I'm going to line the bottom of the circles up with the edge of the pocket. And by circles, I mean these. So I'm lining up the bottom, which is the side closest to the fringe of the circle, with the edge of the pocket. That way the fringy part sticks out. I'm going to go through and I'm going to blot it with my dry wet wipe. Looks like I have just a smidge at the top. Now we're not going to do anything on a side note as far as a tuck or a pocket on here because of the decoration, and we're not going to do any here because of where the image is, and also because this is going to be a writing space. Okay, we should be able to put our card back in. And this time we want to leave it sticking out just a little bit. And then our lace will go right over it. Okay? Now, as far as this page goes, I don't think it needs lace anywhere else. Now this one has some pre-made or pre-printed lace across here, and you can see it looks very similar to the lace that we're using. I'm going to actually was going to cover the lace with the lace we're using, but this doesn't really cover it. So I'm not sure. I was going to put some of this lace up here to match down there. But we may just put some lace across the top of both of these. I'm going to think about it and come back to this. These are writing spots, and this already has the pre-printed lace, and this lace isn't big enough. So let's go to this lace. Let's see what we've got here. It's shabby. We can use whatever lace we want. Okay, now this lace does cover that. So let's put some of this lace on here to cover this. Then we can put a little piece up here to match. Okay, so let's run a bead of glue. Oops, let's cut the piece that we want. We'll trim it at an angle once we've got it glued down. Let's try to trim this one at an angle ahead of time. And we're just going to go to the edge of the paper. Oh, I think the color purple has come on in the other room, which is a very good movie as well. Okay, then I'm going to trim this off right here, like that. Okay, I'm going to put a bead of glue across here. Now this one's going to look different because the picture of the lace is underneath. But if I'm going to put real lace up here, I'm putting real lace down here to match. I want to make sure it goes to the end. Move my pin up there where I don't lose it. I've already lost the pin that goes in here. Let's lay this across. Cover the lace that's there with our lace. Let's move this up a little bit. Well, we have to put this one down farther. Maybe not. Let's trim this up here again. Looks like I made it too long. Actually, by quite a bit. Okay. You can still write in this area. Now this is still a little tacky. A little tacky. The glue is still a little tacky. We're going to put the lace just right across here. It's just going to be a small piece, but we're going to do it so that it matches. So let's cut this across at an angle. And then we'll move it up. And then we'll cut it at an angle right up here where the paper ends. Okay, and we're going to probably have to trim that just a smidge once we glue it down. Now, let's take a look at this, see where to put our glue. I'm going to put my finger right there so I know where to put the glue across. Uh-oh, I have an eruption. I'm going to wipe that off on something. My finger. And then put it in the trash. Rub my finger on a piece of paper in the trash. That's how I get rid of that extra glue on my finger. Okay. So now, let's do it again. Lay it right there. So we're going to need our glue right here at an angle. Across. Here's our little piece of lace. We're going to put that at an angle across. Oh, it looks like we're fine. We don't have to trim it at all. Let's give it a chance to dry for just 1 second. Or put just a little dot of glue under here because that doesn't look quite right. Okay, that way it lays down flat. So now let's open these flaps. And I'm not going to do the whole entire book. I'm just going to show you where I would put the lace. I'm sorry, I pointed to myself and I probably just whammed the mic. I'm not sure on here, but I do think that we need something there. I'm just not sure what. There's nothing wrong with going back. I like how this turned out where it looks like a frame all the way around. We're definitely going to put lace on the belly band. So we'll use the wider lace and we'll put it down and it will pretty much cover the belly band. We've put our other lace facing this way, so we're going to put this lace facing this way even though it's a different lace. Let's cut the end off straight. But you just have to use your judgment. You may have put your elements in different places and just use your judgment as to where you think the lace should go. Okay, I'm going to put mine right down the center. So I'm going to put some glue right down the center. Actually, I think I might put it through where the thicker part is. Let me look at that again and let the rest of it kind of... No, I think I better put it down the center. I want to make sure it stays on. So we're going to put our lace on. We're going to do it on the other belly band as well. I did one. Make sure it's in the center. I did one. And what I'm doing is I put the glue up the middle, but now I'm sliding the lace over, and that does kind of spread the glue across the lace. So let's stretch it out and put it right where we want it. And then I'm going to trim this end just a little bit. Just a teeny bit. Here we go. Oops. Well, for goodness sake, get it off there. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you can't hear that. They're kind of screaming. Okay, so there's the belly band. Let's make sure our glue is dry before we I forgot to take the card out. Looks like I moved the lace when I was rubbing on it, so I just picked it up and put it along the edge. Okay. I was going to put it down the center, wasn't I? Well, this edge looks like it should go along an edge, so that's what I'm doing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There's no place for that large pocket in here. And I'm not sure about any lace here. We maybe could put some lace across the bottom. Kind of like that. Because we want to lace it up. That's for sure. And then you would see it when it's closed. That would be pretty. Oh, but it breaks up our frame. What about putting it across the top here? Across the bottom there? No, I don't like that either. Alright, what about along the edges here? And then you would still see the frame. I'd have to put the circles over just a little bit. Let me take a look at that. I'm still not sure, so I'll have to come back to that one and decide. Probably not on this video. On this page we have our artificial lace. We're going to cover both of those with real lace. So we'll get the bigger lace out. And it's not going to cover the whole thing, but it's going to give us, so we want to line it up so that these scallops are in between these because they're not the same size. So if we try to line it up with the scallops that are already there, then it's going to be off. So let's just try to go in between and do the best that we can. We're going to cover this one, just the pocket. Let's put our bead of glue across for our thickest part. So we'll put the bead of glue across the top. And we'll put our piece of lace on. And I think we should put a piece of lace on the top of this pocket too. We don't want to leave it out. Plus it's a really plain pocket. Doesn't quite look as good as I want, but it's the only lace I have. Yeah, I don't want to put this in here. It's a bit whiter, if that's possible. We'll cut the piece for this. Just the pocket. I cut that short, so we'll use it over here somewhere. All right, we're right at the 30 minutes. So I'm going to stop this and then start a new video. And because we're nowhere near the end. So let me think about this for a second. I would put lace on this flip out. There's lace up here, so I would maybe do it up the sides on each one of these. There's, oh, on that one, put it on that side. And on this one, we would put it on this side to match. Okay. On this one, maybe we would cover the artificial lace with real lace like we did over here. And I still need one more card for my side pocket. I haven't done it yet. And then I'm not going to put a thumb hole. I'm going to have it kind of stick out a little bit like the first one did. I believe there's a pocket. Maybe there was a pocket there and oh, I guess I have the card there. We did it in the other video. On this, I think I would put the lace down here and down here. And there's our other pocket. Across the pocket, and I would put lace down the sides of the envelopes. And I'll go through, and at the beginning of the next video I'll show you. On this one, I'm not sure where I would put the lace. I'm going to have to think about that one. Remember, there's a pocket here that we're going to be putting something in. We're going to have to wait on these, actually, because we're going to put tucks on here, and we'll put lace on the tucks. Yeah, we're going to need another video. So let's do that in video 11. Let's finish up putting our tucks in, and then putting our, because we're going to do that here too. All right, we're going to need another video. So let's do that, and then we will come back in the next video, and I will have some of it done, and then we'll go back and talk about the tucks in the pockets, and then we'll put lace on those. Okay? All right. Okay, I'm back. I was going to try to keep every video to 30 minutes, but I've decided we need to finish these pockets and lace in this video because there's no reason to carry it over, because in the last video we'll do the ephemera and the covers. So the first thing we want to do is put the Velcro dot on that we almost forgot. I'm going to hide it in the lace on this side, the white side, and then the clear side will go over here. So let's open this up, and we'll get a dot off here. And then we'll look and see which side is the white side, which is this side. We're going to hide it in the lace. And then we're going to just tip that over, and then just push it down. And that will put our clear one on the other side. Right there. And you won't really be able to see it. And then our white one will be right there in our lace. So that makes it kind of hidden, but yet it'll keep it closed, because we really need it to keep that closed. Okay, we've got this done. We got this done. I've decided to put a pocket on here, and then we'll put some lace on it. Oops, that was holding two things, but that's all right. So we're going to put a pocket on here. So let's do that. This isn't really directional, but I kind of like it this way the best. So this is just going to be a little shallow pocket to put small ephemera in. It's just the width of the paper. Okay, and now we'll put our lace on it. We want to match this lace over here, I think. Maybe not. It's not that big. Oh, I got to put you on hold for a second. I got an alarm going off. Sorry about that. I think the smaller lace would look better on here, so let's do that. Put glue across here. I'm going to try to move a little bit quicker here. We've got some stuff, it's mostly pre-cut and inked. What did I do with the little piece? Now I've lost it. Oh, here it is. I'm like, where did it go? Okay, so we're going to put this right across the top. I didn't realize it, but this is scalloped across the top. So you have to kind of watch that. We'll put that right across there. And then we'll trim just that little tiny bit that's sticking out. Trim that off. Okay. Then we'll open this up, and this goes over here. And then I've pre-cut a side tuck for this side over here. So I'm not sure if I want to make it a pocket. It's long enough. Let's make it a pocket. And we can tuck stuff in better. Okay, so we'll stick that on. Now on our verticals, we've been putting a big piece of lace down the middle. So that's what we'll do on this one. We've used up almost these whole rolls. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is cut this straight across at one of the wider parts so it doesn't look like it's going at an angle, because even though it wasn't, it looked like it was. So we're going to put this lace right down the middle. Yeah, I made it just a smidge long. Okay, we're going to put this down the middle. And then we'll trim it off. Looks like it's going to have to be trimmed at both ends. If I'm going to have to trim it, I might as well give myself a little bit more room here. Okay. all these little tiny pieces in a pile, but I don't think we're going to use them. I do have the bigger pieces together, and we might be able to make a cluster with those. This side over here, we're going to put this pocket here, and then we're going to run this lace up the side. I cut this off. This was one of those ones that you fold that makes it wider. And it came pre-cut or pre-drawn, cut like that. So we only had the 2 pockets that were pre-made, so we're having to make the rest. Since I had to cut the edges off, I had to ink over the color they already had on there, which was kind of a rose color. So I went ahead and inked the brown over it, but that's why it looks like a little bit of a rosy brown. This looks like this is sticking out just a little bit. It's supposed to be the length of the paper. I put lace here and here. There was already pre-made lace there. That's why it's over just a little bit, so that I can cover it. I was having trouble with this right here folding. I'm still having a little bit of trouble, but I just went through and re-glued it, and I glued the heck out of it. Okay, so we've got this pocket here, and then we've got our pre-cut lace to go along here. I want to end up covering a scroll, but you know, I could, if I put the lace across here. Oh, that would look much better. All right, let's do that. We'll cover our little jaggedy edge. That's fine with me because it's different than all the others. Shoot. So we'll put this here. We'll trim it at both ends. Oops. I keep touching it, and when I touch it, I'm pulling it up. Okay, that looks much better. Okay. And then when we open this, yeah, I put the lace in here. And then when we go here, we put the pocket there and put the lace on there. Then all we need to do is put the lace on here, and then we're going to put 2 tucks. Oh, I went ahead and put the lace on here. So we're just going to put the 2 tucks on. And I'm not wild about that paper, so I'll go back and do that. I'm going to put 2 tucks along, one along here and one along the other side over here. And then I'll probably put lace down the middle of them, since we already have the lace that kind of hangs off on the sides. There's no reason to put any on the back side. I apologize. I thought I had that the way I wanted, and then I didn't. And then on this page here, I went ahead and put lace on the pocket and lace on the top of the notebook. And like I had discussed, I put lace down here. Then I realized there was a picture of pre-made lace across here behind the pocket, so I covered that with our regular lace. All right, so that's all there is to that. All I have to do is put those little tucks on that one piece, and it's getting pretty fat. And here, I'm wondering, I may not put anything there at all. I may wait. And we've got some ephemera that's just decorative. So let's wait and look and see for that. Okay. Make sure that lace didn't cause our magnet not to work. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video, and that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.